Welcome back to Great Day Washington. Time for the real deal in real estate, where we have some insider advice from the top experts in the local housing market. I'm joined by Josh Green, president of Eastern Title and Settlement, Chong Yi of the Yi team at Caliber Home Loans, and Akilu Siam. Did I get that right? Of Remax Platinum. Akilu, we're glad you're here. We're used to having the gentlemen here, so hopefully they'll be nice to you today. But no, it's the fall selling market, buying and selling, real estate market, I should say. But when people are buying or selling a home, a lot of times there's some things they're not expecting that could hinder the sale, that could slow the sale down. So we've got some tips for you guys. Akilu, I want to start with you.
Sure.
What would you, something you've been experiencing?
So one thing that's, a lot of, this actually affects buyers and sellers, and it's not something that's really on the forefront. It's unreleased liens. And essentially what that is that there can be liens on the property, and it can really delay settlement. It can have an effect on the transaction. So it's always nice. I work with Josh and with Chong, but they go through and make sure that the liens are not they're not there, that they're not present. So sellers don't really think about that when they're in the midst of trying to sell their home. They're thinking about getting the home ready and everything.
Right.
And buyers are kind of excited, looking at the properties and other things of that nature. So these things, when they come up, they really delay the process.
I just had a client who went through a divorce, and his wife had a judgment for like $3,000 from like 2009, and he's just getting ready to go settle on his house, and they're like, yeah, you got to pay the $3,000. He's like, I'm divorced, I don't have to pay it. Well, their tenancies got severed when they got divorced.
Right.
So then that judgment attached, and now he has to pay his ex-wife's medical bill from 7 years ago because it attached to the house. So it's things like that that people aren't really aware of that come up when you go to settlement that could delay settlement.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times these things can be, because what people don't realize is that there could be stuff that, when they sold the property 3 years ago, and when they bought the property 3 years ago, there could have been stuff that was on the previous
owner.
Exactly, that they don't know about. So, like people, like great agents like Kilo, they're going to do all the work up front and let Josh do the research and make sure it's all removed, because it could take some time to get them removed, because you got to go back and do some research and stuff.
You ever think of that as just you're selling a home, you've got it ready, you've got a great offer, the finance part's coming through, and then all of a sudden you're just hit with, oh, wait a second.
Well, the worst part is back in 2007, 2008, a lot of the banks are out of business.
Right.
And they don't know who has the loan, and you have an unreleased trust of a loan that was paid off, but they don't know who has it, and you can't find the person to release it, and it could take 90 days. And everybody usually wants to settle in how long now? 30, 45 days?
Oh, you need to do it sooner than that, actually.
Yeah. How long can you, it takes you
2
what?
weeks,
2 weeks?
3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so they'd be ready, and we'd be waiting to clear that title because of the judgment of a bank that doesn't exist anymore.
So how can people find out before they're going? I mean, is it they come to you and you guys research their property?
So in this situation, because I had a very similar situation as well, and I think myself and Chong become very important, because we're really the first people that sort of interface with the customer, with either the seller or the buyer. So usually from my end, I'm dealing with other things, but Chong really kind of picks it up, and then Josh sort of once they start getting into
like
the title.
Josh is just there, he's just
clean it up and throw it out.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
So I mean, really, like once that title work begins, I've had other settlement companies. They don't really get the process started right away. They might be busy with a lot of files or whatever. But that's why I like working with these guys. They make my job easier. They're on it, and I kind of know that, hey, once I'm kind of in that process with the purchaser or the seller, I know that they're in good hands.
Can I just say something? Like, that's awesome you say that, because like oftentimes it doesn't happen that way. So you have to do your homework up front. But I just say, like, this is such a great show. This is a great. I mean, I wake up and watch Great Day Washington every day, and then I DVR it and watch it at night before I go to bed. So you all are last.
You just like to watch yourself, Chong.
No, like even shows that I'm not on. But I got to say, like,
no, I'm just messing.
Today's show with all the survivors here, you ladies. I mean, this is awesome. Like, I just and I wear pink, not because they told me to, because I wear pink. But like, even not just the ladies, but Rob Jones, that guy, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
This is
incredible.
so great.
We've got such an incredible guest and audience today, truly inspiring. Whatever you need. I mean, these women are fighters. Rob's a fighter.
Chong's a fighter.
You guys fight?
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Actually.
We like the lovers, not the fighters. Awesome. Well, for more information about our Real Deal team, go to therealdealdmv.com or call 240-422-8871. Call now to get free advice, real estate tips. Plus, you can join us live right here on Great Day Washington. We want you to share your experience in the real estate market and working with these gentlemen. We'll be right back.